And since then,
well, sir, you need to put the names, the emails, the facts. I need to confirm this happened. I believe you, but I need to confirm it. That's big news. So let me stop you. So because she was a 9/11 truther, she's been stuck in a mental ward, and we're starting to see this happen like the old Soviet Union. I'm going to get your name and number off air, and then we'll have you on as a guest if I can see some documents and confirm this. But we have seen calls. It's in the new film Truth Rising. All the major cable channels saying, kill Alex Jones, put him in FEMA camps, they're terrorists, taser 9/11 truthers, send them to Gitmo, and they're serious. Mark Stepnoski, they're getting scared of us now.
Yeah, no question. You'll see it across the board. Whether it's Geraldo Rivera or Bill Maher or any of these guys who are in a position where they have a show on corporate media, and the only way they're going to continue to maintain their show is to spout the lies of the current administration, the corporate party line.
They've been calling for violence against us is what blows me away.
Yeah, well, again, it's when I think Sinclair Lewis said, when fascism comes to America, it'll be wrapped in the flag and carrying a cross.
Yep, that's what Ron Paul said and got in trouble. He's not saying Christians are bad. He's saying evil people will use that.
Yeah, and I mean, if that's not what we're seeing right now, I don't know what we're seeing, because, we are looking at, again, the corporate ownership of both political parties, wrapped in a flag, carrying a cross.
That's it, Adam.
Supposedly, in defense of religion and freedom, they are trying to ramrod a whole system of laws through that is to the detriment of everybody.
You got it, and has nothing to do with Christianity. Adam in Texas, you're on the air with Mark Stepnoski. Go ahead.
Hey, Mark, it's great to talk to you. I watched you through your career, and some of the finest football I've ever seen. And I was wondering if you caught Alex up there behind the MSNBC counter, and I wonder if you've met anybody more tenacious and more wonderful than Alex Jones.
Oh, come on. Sounds like a setup call.
It's not.
Well, I did see the clip online where T. Boone Pickens was being interviewed on MSNBC in the background.
That was Minneapolis 9/11 Truth. We took over for 3 hours at the DNC.
I think that's outstanding. I think, again, like we saw with Geraldo Rivera and like we saw with Bill Maher, there's going to have to continue, and the We Are Change people who do it everywhere, there has to continue to be a breakthrough into mainstream media of 9/11 truth. Again, it's become obvious that we're not going to have a top-down solution to this problem. The censorship is coming from top-down.
It's got to be bottom-up.
Exactly. It's going to have to be grassroots, and that's the beauty of the 9/11 truth movement. It's a grassroots movement. People don't have to rely on anything else other than their fellow citizens who want to get to the bottom of this and find out the truth.
Well, exactly. I have to use the football analogy. What's it called? What's the terms? I'll tip my tongue. Where the ball is moved by running, just a foot at a time, a long battle down the whole field?
Yes. Like time of possession. You're going to ground up. You're going to eat up the clock.
Ground war, whatever.
Ball possession.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what this is. And we've gone like 80 yards. We've got 20 more to go. We got a first down. We've had all these victories. Folks, we're winning. We can win this thing.
Yeah, I think really people should, again, just concentrate on what they themselves can do. Don't feel powerless. Don't think like, you have to accept these things even though you don't believe them. Every person has it in themselves to make a decision to do what is right.
Absolutely. Let's take another call. I'm going to skip this break, too. Just skip the music as well for the Infowars.com listeners and stations that choose to carry it. I'm skipping the break. Well, something I haven't done yet because it is deceptive, but I'm really thinking about doing it, is you'll see something with 33 million views on YouTube, and it'll be a vitamin ad for 10 seconds with 20 seconds of a shot of some, not even their breast showing. And I'm thinking, wait, to get the truth out, I might as well do that. But, because anything to get the truth out, but it's a dangerous, slippery slope. That's kind of the mindset the military used to end up carrying out 9/11. Well, we lose troops as a pawn in war. Why not go ahead and sacrifice 3,000 Americans so we can defeat the evil Muslims, which another brand of government, ended up funding. Mark, your comments on that?
Yeah, I think really people should, again, just concentrate on what they themselves can do. Don't feel powerless. Don't think like, you have to accept these things even though you don't believe them. Every person has it in themselves to make a decision to do what is right. That's a great point. You know, some of the guys who are actually responsible for 9/11, like Richard Myers and Ralph Eberhardt and Montague Whitfield, these generals, you know, at the Pentagon, you know, these are the guys who escape public scrutiny. You know, these are the guys behind the scenes who are running the war games, you know, along with Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld, you know, the guys that have everything going on that day to make that drill become live and to have it go through and have the desired effect. That's what we are dealing with right now. Again, you know, I just urge everybody, you know, people get caught up in the Republican-Democratic dialectic. You know, they don't remember that, you know, we have a one-party system masquerading as two parties. So I think people need to continue to look past that. Don't get caught up in the partisan politics. Realize that what's going on affects all of us, regardless of how we're going to vote in any given election.
Absolutely, that's the key.
Just look beyond and see the big picture.
Absolutely. We're going to come back now and take a few final calls. Mark, we got to do this more often than just once every 8, 9, 10 months. It's just been great having you here, and I hope to sometime bump into you in person because I just really admire people with your type of courage. Here we go. It's an inside job, folks. Final segment with Mark Stepnoski. Mark, do you have a personal website, or is there a site you want to plug or something you want to say here at the end?
Well, again, I would just, you know, for those of us in Canada, I would just like again to bring up the march that the 9/11 Truth Society of Vancouver has orchestrated. It's already began. It's going to culminate in Ottawa on September 15th. I believe today they're in Sudbury and Toronto, Ontario. These 9/11 truthers have been traveling across the country to get petitions. They're going to march from Montreal to Ottawa and arrive on September 11th with all the signatures that they get nationwide on this petition. And this is for a new 9/11 investigation in Canada. Because what people forget is 9/11 was obviously portrayed as an attack against America, but it was a worldwide crime. There were citizens, I believe, from over 80 countries
and
in the World Trade Center.
And it totally freaks out the global controllers when we're out marching, when we don't shut up, when we don't stop. They tell us we don't have power. We know that's a lie. An enemy will always tell you you don't have a chance to win, folks. That's psychological warfare. We don't just have a chance. We are going to win. We are never going to stop. A couple final calls. Victor in Canada. Speaking of Canada, you're on the air with Mark Stepnoski. Go ahead.
Hi there. Thanks, Mark, for everything you're doing, including plugging the March on Ottawa. I'm actually from Ottawa. I have a comment and a question. First, my question is, what advice do you have for closet celebrity truthers?
I would tell them just to, instead of having a fear of the unknown, just come forward and speak the truth. Speak from your heart. You know, be honest with people. Have facts to back up your point of view. And I really think that being the case, there's nothing for people to fear.
Hey, think about Charlie Sheen, and especially with his baggage. He was the first. Think about what he did.
People appreciate someone who's willing to come forward. I think as time goes on, people are realizing how sanitized and censored mainstream media is. And whether somebody is a 9/11 truther who tells the truth or a politician who's willing to give up the talking points and just, you know, speak truthfully, people appreciate that because it's so rare.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what matters in this world is conviction and honor and duty and goodness. And Mark Stepnoski and many others have got it. And I just love to be part of this brotherhood, this sisterhood of man, of people that stand up and have courage. Real fast, Norman in North Carolina. You got about 30 seconds.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call. And thank you for keeping the truth sacred. I believe that if the truth can be told so as to be understood, that it will be believed, and that's what you do so well, Alex, and I'm proud. I'm a proud info warrior working to wake up anyone with a pulse and an attention span, and it gives me a true sense of purpose and a real feeling of patriotism, and I intuit that we have critical mass, and given that the news report is laughable, it's just a matter of time before we have resolution.
Well,
so God bless you guys, and thank you so much.
Absolutely. Let me be clear here at the end. We reached critical mass years ago. In every major poll, the majority believe that there's a cover-up. A huge portion of that majority believe inside job. And those are in polls when they're calling somebody up. And folks usually don't answer controversially. we've reached critical mass. People just don't realize that the majority of us know the truth and we're scared. People like Mark Stepnoski stepping up to the plate, that lets people see the courage and lets them know that we're not alone. In fact, that we're the majority. And so now we've just got to take back control of our government. We are the majority. Mark Stepnoski, thank you so much for spending time with us. I want to say bye to you when the show ends here in about 30 seconds, but anything else you want to add?
Well, Alex, I just want to say it's been nice being with you. Thanks again for the opportunity to come on. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Stay right there, my friend, for 20 seconds. I'm going to be right there at the end to talk to you for a second, say bye to you personally. Retransmission on the internet at Infowars.com starts now. You got to go to those audio streams if you missed any of it for the AM and FM stations. Back this Sunday live, 4 to 6 p.m. and back on Monday. Infowars.com.